Welcome to Deck Talk, where you will be prepared. Deck Talk is a show where we bring on deck creators, players, commentators, anybody who's trying to make Hearthstone the #1 esport in the world. Today we've got a very special guest, all the way from Greece. This man went toe-to-toe with some of China's best in the EU versus CN, hosted by 2P. The one, the only, Exhibit, or Expert. Wow, I confused you with a rapper. I'm such a horrible host.
Hello.
Sorry about that. But, so yeah, you played in the EU versus CN.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you didn't know any of your opponent's names because you were on the Chinese client and it was all in Chinese. So
Yeah, all the tournaments accounts were Chinese from I don't know where, but yeah.
all right, all right. So now, when you were playing against it, how would you have rated the caliber of those players?
Well, their deck choices were... We actually checked their decks, me and the other European players, before we faced them, and it was rather... Let's say their scene is very different than the European one. Their deck choices is rather different. They have some unusual cards. Most of the time we don't actually agree with those choices. I mean, we as Europe or North America, we don't actually see... Personally, I don't think their decks actually work that good.
Right.
But maybe the element of surprise actually might give them an edge on some games, and that's all you need in the end. Some games to actually win the tournament.
Right, but in most cases, in a multi-deck format, yeah, you might win by surprise once, but it's a one-trick
But you
pony.
only... Yeah, but if you actually get the first win or one win you didn't actually expect, that's a huge advantage in the end.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
in a tournament format, let's say best of 5, the person that actually wins the first game actually has the more chances of winning in
Right,
the end.
right. Now
It doesn't actually go always like that, but you have an advantage.
right. Now we saw a lot of those same kind of interesting decks in WCA. Most notable, Drain Life Lock.
Yeah, I've seen that list. I didn't actually play it. I only saw the cards.
It was a
Let's
very
say
odd
I'm
choice for
gonna...
a tournament.
Let's say I'm gonna test it to actually see how the decks work. But I've seen the games and I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't even think even the commentators couldn't figure out. Wait, what? It was like Kriparian was like, what the hell is this crap? It was hilarious. It was so much fun. All right, so speaking of decks, you brought us a freeze mage, so we're gonna
Yeah.
get to that right now, shall we? All right.
Yep.
So let's get down to Mr. Freeze Mage. All right, so we have some really unique setup here. Freeze Mage is based on the whole delay, punish, delay, Alexstrasza, and then just, finish them off with spell combinations. And that's really, really
Exactly.
nice. Now, there's a couple cards here I want to really talk about here. Blood Mage Thanos. Great legendary, all around great utility card. I love the Death Rattle draw. I love the spell power in a mage. It's just like perfect synergy.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Doomsayer, because you have so much freeze in this deck.
The other are essential for any freeze mage deck setup.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't really... It's a board clear, and even if he doesn't board clears, it will waste him a couple of turns to actually removing it. It will save some damage off your face.
Oh yeah, it's very multifunctional, and I really like that about it. All right. Of course, we're only running 2 secrets in this deck. Ice Barrier, because aggro exists, and Ice Block, because you want to be able to kind of wait a couple turns. You also got Mad Scientist to pull these, so you kind of are only going to have to really play 2 of these out of your hand.
Yep.
All right, Acolyte of Pain, nice little card draw. Kind of Cold, this guy's been coming back a lot ever since WCA with the freeze mages we saw there.
Yep.
All right.
Even if in Hype Mage deck it had a Cone of Cold, it
Yeah.
provides an extra freeze on the board.
Right. Now, if I remember correctly, Hyped didn't use Pyroblast. He actually used Mr. As soon as I get to him.
Yeah,
I passed him.
Antonidas.
Yes, Archmage Antonidas here. Now, what's the logic behind, Pyroblast over Archmage Antonidas?
I was thinking of using Antonidas, but basically you have to combo it out of something.
Mm-hmm.
The old version of the Freedmate had actually mirror images,
Mm-hmm.
which was a nice addition with Antonidas to actually proc some, get some fireballs and actually save up your board a bit. Maybe if you get lucky, you can actually save the coin and get a fireball of that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, the logic is you want to have the essential damage after Alexstrasza.
Right.
So Pyroblast gave an edge to that.
Right, because if they can't...
Instead of Antonidas, when you have to actually save some spells to actually proc the fireballs and then Alexstrasza and then finish him off.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a better card in some matchup, the Antonidas, versus, let's say, even Control Warrior, which is basically an unwinnable match. You can really win it. If you had the Antonidas, you might have a chance.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But, well, I preferred Pyroblast for the finishing potential.
Right.
If I put Antonidas on the deck, I think I have to put mirror images, so I have to cut something out.
Right. Because the old dream with Antonidas was turn 10, you played Antonidas, you went Ice Lance, mirror image, just so you could get 3 fireballs in your hand, you freeze your opponent and did 4 damage to him, and then you just go fireball, and hope you had a frostbolt. And that was the game. So, but this way, it's more of, hey, here comes the Alexstrasza, boom, you're now at half life. You're going to have to deal with Alexstrasza, because if you don't, you lost. And even still, you still have both your fireballs. You still have the Pyroblast. So you're not having to worry about getting that combination. You're just, boom, I'm just going to keep putting the pressure on you, and I'm not really caring what you're putting down at this point, because I'm just going to throw spells at you and keep freezing your board.
That's the whole, let's say, point of the deck.
Right. Very nice. Very, very nice. And even if you don't get the Pyroblast, oh, look at this. You still have Blood Mage Thanos plus 2 fireballs. That's 14 damage.
Yep.
All right, so that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, so I think we've covered the deck enough. I think it's time we put this bad boy in play. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right.
Though the current state of the ladder is, let's say, full of hunters.
That's funny because in America, there's so much variance on the NA ladder. It's like hunter, paladins, and not just your typical control paladins. We're seeing like aggro pallies. I've seen aggro druids. Yeah, aggro druid. I never thought I'd say those words.
With the Death Rattle Druid or the double combo with all the early minions.
Yeah. Death Rattle to a Savage Roar, like turn 5, have a nice day. You know, you're like, what is this nightmare?
Actually, after after the NA qualifiers, the meta shifted so much towards the aggro side that the people don't know what to play. So we basically keep nothing.
All right. I like how you just smoothly transitioned into that. Like, yeah, no, none of it.
None of it, or we can just concede.
Ooh. That's actually pretty decent.
It's pretty decent, yeah.
Alright, so what's our play?
I think our play is to actually coin the Mad Scientist. Even if he hacks it or puts down a Armor Smith, we'll still have an edge on the board.
Mm-hmm. And the cool thing here is we're also running Acolytes of Pain, so his little gimmick of getting him card draw is also going to get us card draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
we put down the second one. It's not exactly ideal, but at least we're going to burn through his armor.
Right. Because
That's the hard issue with this deck against Control Warrior. It's the constant armoring up. He has Alexstrasza also. He has Shield Block. That's a pretty slow turn actually for him to do nothing. So we just play the Acolyte, even if we can't get like 2 draws out of it. Even if he has an axe, we'll at least get 1 draw.
right. I mean, we've got board presence, but next turn is the brawl turn.
Next turn is the broad turn. At least we're gonna get. Oh, we're gonna get 1 card of the Acolyte.
Right. On a Cole?
Yeah.
All right.
We don't even put the secret up because
It's going to come out anyway.
it's gonna come out anyway from the 2 Mount Shanties, so we just ping his face.
I figured as much. You know, sometimes you'll actually get turns where all you can do is hero power because it's actually the best option.
True.
Let the pain speak to me.
All right.
Yeah, we don't really care about what secrets it procs at the moment.
Right.
Armor made to fit.
Well, see, we're in a very interesting turn here. If we do pretty much anything, he's going to get some kind of either card draw or shield.
Yeah.
What to do? What to do?
Well, if we're gonna play it like slowly, put out the loot hoarder and just pink, I think the armor would, in the end,
So ping the armor?
lose us the game. No. I think I would just put the Doomsayer down.
Oh, the Doomsayer?
Just to remove the armor smith. And just hit his face.
All right, because I already put the loot hoarder down. You want me to put the Doomsayer as well?
Yeah, the loot hoarder is just for the extra card. We don't care if it does like 2. Just, yeah, hit.
This will also stop him from doing anything. The only play he could really do right here is a brawl. Or he's going to have to kill that outright, which he doesn't have the armor to do it nicely. He could hit it with any one of his minions and then execute, which, that's hilarious.
That's fine. Yeah, that will be fine with me.
That is hilarious, I might add.
What
So we're putting him in a really difficult situation here.
At the moment, yeah, because he has to deal with the Doomsayer.
Alright. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a nice draw.
Your magic shall not save you.
Silence. Yeah, okay.
Alright. Wow, this is funny. We actually have more armor than a warrior.
Yeah, and we have like 6 damage at hand. And he's at 17, which is pretty low for a warrior.
Right. We also have the ability to draw into more damage, too.
Yeah. I mean, freezing the board at the moment, it's kind of pointless. We are at 38 life, and if we freeze, we're gonna give him extra life.
Exactly.
So I think our main goal is to actually draw more damage with the arcade.
Ooh.
I would basically draw to see if I can get a Frostbolt or the other Fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would actually put the secret up.
The other secret? Alright.
Yeah. Just past the turn.
Just to delay. Right.
Just to delay, and basically we need the other Frost Nova, because you don't really wanna Blizzard or Cone of Cold his board because he will gain extra life.
Ooh.
Great, we're at 40 life.
All right. We could get another draw again. Or
We are at 8 cards. Even if we draw, we'll be at
9.
9.
And then 10 on
So
the next draw.
it's fine. It's better than dropping the Acolyte because he will get at least 2 armor out of it.
Right. So go with the.
We basically, yeah, draw. We just ping his face and draw the Doomsayer. Even if he kills it with basically no. Wait.
Yeah, I don't think Doomsayer is a good play here.
No.
I think we have to wait till next turn because that's when he starts hitting his big boy curve.
Yeah, we just ping his face. Even fireballing at now would be correct.
Right, because we would have.
Because basically we want to actually freeze the board, draw Doomsayer on turn 8, burst him down on turn 9, and maybe finish him on turn 10.
Right. All right, so there's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, that's the issue with the deck. And even if he has Whirlwind, yeah.
Well, we can now remove most of what he just got. Very nicely, I might add. But he'll be able to regain a great amount of it because he's got this board.
Yeah, I think our only play is to actually freeze the board, draw the Doomsayer, and actually we have 3. I would actually do the Frostbolt Icelands just to remove his armor. It's exactly 8, I think. Yeah.
And then.
Freeze and Doomsayer.
Job done.
So, Brawl right now would be probably his only safe play.
Well, he could actually... Yes, or he could actually Shield Slam and execute the Doomsayer. Or the other play, if he has a second Whirlwind and he has Gromas, he can actually proc, gain a bunch of armor, and kill the Doomsayer.
Yeah.
That's actually the worst play.
Oh, yeah.
For us.
But apparently he does not have it, so he's going to build up and basically let us kill his board. Alright. Well, now.
That's pretty useful at the moment.
Now, does Alexstrasza take away his armor?
No.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Alright.
There are 2 plays at the moment to actually ping your Acolyte to get the second fireball and drop 1 fireball on his face, or actually play the Alexstrasza. Maybe the Acolyte is better because...
I think statistically
Alexstrasza.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Job done.
And then turn. So the deck has at least 7 damage more.
Hello,
Yes.
Alexstrasza.
Huh. If he has another seal block, we're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, we could do 7 damage to it
I
here.
I think I would actually drop the Pyroblast.
On him?
Yeah, because if you drop the Fireball, you're gonna do like 7 damage.
Right.
And he will be at 8. Seal block will put him back at 10 and Pyroblast would be lethal. But if he has something else, you can actually draw the other Frostbolt, and with the Fireball we have left, it will be 9, which is a little bit above.
Alright. Pyroblast to the face.
Yeah. And let's see if he has the other series block. He probably has it because he's been like 2/3 of his deck. He has drawn 18
we're
cards.
almost out of our deck.
Yeah.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think... well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out.
True.
And just because BM is always fun, no matter what country you're from.
And we actually beat a controlled warrior.
Alright, alright.
His biggest misplay was actually playing the Alex Raza.
I would have to agree with you. He was getting tired of us doing stuff, and he figured, okay, now Alex Strauss is safe, and now I'm going to bring out all my rest of my... Yeah, he was screwed then.
Basically, if he played nothing and just armoring up, we couldn't even win the game.
I agree. So he misplayed that left and right.
Yeah.
Alright, so now to go into game 2. Let's hope for something that is not Warrior, because those games are extremely long. And I'm an American, which means I love aggro decks and I want everything faster.
The whole point of the deck is to actually stop some of the aggro decks that currently run the ladder, like Zoo. Are you gonna face all the warriors in the American?
I think we are! Okay.
Just keep the mad scientist and the arcane intellect. Keep.
Alright, so keeping those two. Not a great hand, but not a bad hand either. Who knows, maybe we'll be lucky and it's an aggro warrior. They do exist.
They do exist. In another universe.
Yeah, that universe known as NA. Where everything seems to exist for some odd reason.
What now?
People don't actually know what to play at the moment.
It's so funny, like the entire meta is this like giant maelstrom of, hey, let me try this. Ever since Ben Brode made that video where it's like, you could make the next Zoo deck, everybody's trying to, it's hilarious. Okay, so...
I don't think I would play Mad Scientist because I don't have a turn to play.
Exactly.
So I would just play the Mad Scientist turn 2, then Arcane Intellect, and then Arcane Intellect again, maybe.
Alright, yeah. That way we at least pull options. Because he's got nothing on the board, which doesn't tell us what kind of deck he's playing, really. Though this might be a warrior bot. I've heard they exist. I don't know. If it was a shaman, I would definitely say bot.
I think the most common on the bots is the Salmon deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know why that is, though. Oh, right. It's one of the easiest for a bot to understand logic-wise. And look at that. We got another death rattle.
Yeah. If only we had another Undertaker.
Oh, I know, right? Mage aggro is actually really disgusting.
Pain, speak to me.
That kind of sucks.
I would just play the second... Actually, yeah, Arcane Intellect. Next turn we can actually pink and play the other Mad Scientist.
Ooh.
Well, now you have too much draw.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that, golden. Because he wasn't happy with everything else. Kind of feel we got to go mad scientist and ping to face. I mean, our only other option is like mad scientist and loot hoarder, just to kind of
Yeah, but
unload our
Loot
hand.
Hoarder, it's basically one card draw. It doesn't provide anything else for us. So, yeah, I would Mad Scientist and Pink.
Right. Our hand is getting rather full, which is making this warrior a little uncomfortable, to be perfectly honest. In a situation where your opponent has a much larger hand than you are, you don't feel confident in any way, shape, or form. See, he kind of did that wrong. He could have gotten 2 card draws right there. Okay, he's still gonna get 2 card draws.
When he actually checks that it's Ice Barrier, he's gonna realize that it's Freeze Mage.
Yep.
And if he's smart, he's gonna armor up every single time.
If he's smart. Alright, so we have options here.
Yeah, the thing is we can't really drop the Acolyte because if he's smart, he can easily overdraw us by a lot. So I think I would actually play the Loot Hoarder for sure. It's 1 card.
Alright. Now we have like other options. We could actually freeze his board.
Which isn't that ideal. We
Yeah.
basically keep the phrases for the
big boys.
Doomsayers also.
Right.
So there are 2 options. Either to ping his Acolyte or coin and do the Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold will actually provide for us to actually ping the Taskmaster on the next turn and play our own Acolyte. So I would just Cone of Cold.
Yeah.
We already have 2 Frost Nova, so we're fine.
Right. So now he's going to be in a similar situation where he doesn't want to put down an Acolyte because he's got way too many cards in his hand.
Yeah. How many cards he has? 9.
9. So he's going to have to play at least 1. And if it's an Acolyte, that could really backfire on him. Something fierce.
If he actually plays an Acolyte, I would even considering overdrawing him. Yeah, because
exactly.
The most useful cards are on his side.
Oh yeah.
At the moment.
This is why I love doing Priest against Warrior, just because it's so much fun to screw with them. Alright.
Let's see first what card we can get from the Loot Hoarder.
That's kind of okay, but I don't really like it that much.
Basically we drew all the card draws and none of the spells, so I would maybe drop the Acolyte and pink the Belcher, not the other one. Pink the Belcher. Because the Belcher is most likely to actually hit the Acolyte.
Right.
So if we can actually get the second Cone of Cold, we can actually wipe the board.
Right.
Wipe the board. At least kill them.
Or we also have Blizzards in this deck too. We also have Flame Strikes. So
yeah.
there are lots of ways we can actually get around this.
The 2 damage from Taskmaster doesn't actually do anything at the moment.
Right. So he opted not to give us card draw. Or maybe I'm wrong. Alright. Shield block. Ooh. The downside here is, even if we ping this, he'll still be able to remove this if we play it.
Yep. I think we actually have to do the blizzard.
Right. That's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you could do the arcane intellect, but you would be at 10 cards and you have to drop something on the board, and just freezing the board without actually putting the Doomsayer down, it's not ideal.
No, it's not. I mean, with the Cone of Cold, it is because you're kind of locking it down for a delay mechanism, but you really want to use the Frost Nova with the Doomsayer. And here we are hitting turn 8. This is like a big turn for most warriors.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, if he drops Ragnaros,
It's GG.
it's GG, we can really remove it. And if we remove it, we won't have enough damage to actually kill him after.
Alright, so we got now some spells. But no Frostbolt. That kind of is perturbing to me.
I wonder.
We are at 9 cards.
Right.
So if we do 1 Fireball and 1 Arcane Intellect, we would be at
7. Actually, 7 plus 1, 8.
I wonder.
yeah, which is fine.
That's not bad. That's not bad
That's
at all.
not bad.
Oh, alright.
We actually need the 2 Frostbolts.
Yeah.
Or 1 at least.
Yeah. Because we
Next
gotta
turn
get
is
through that armor, or we're screwed.
next turn is gonna be Alexstrasza. For
Right.
sure.
He's probably gonna Alexstrasza here.
Bring life.
Yeah, but we have Ice Block, right?
Yep. Alright. So do we Alexstrasza him? I mean, we do have a little bit of protection here.
A little bit.
But
Our only problem is that we don't have the second Ice Block.
right.
And even if we try to freeze the board and clear it, Gromas can basically finish us off.
So
So we basically take the risk, and Alexander has his face.
What to do?
It's not ideal, but he has to remove the Alexstrasza and proc the Ice Block.
right, which he can.
With he can easily do with Gromas.
Oh yeah.
Or execute, basically.
Now we better wish, hope, and pray. Yeah, we knew that was coming.
That axe.
Now we get that.
How much damage do we have? 713.
We have with
Yeah.
let's see, so actually wait a minute, hold on.
What
2, that's 6 plus, so that's 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 5
16.
6. Ah, son of a bitch, we're so close. I think here we have to freeze.
Freeze, play the
Ice barrier.
freeze, play the ice barrier for sure.
To do.
Right.
So we have 4 damage left.
But do we play the Doomsayer? I mean, we can go Doomsayer and then Freeze Bolt to his face. We only have 8 cards left in our deck. I mean, we could run those odds.
I think we actually have to do the Doomsayer Frostbolt to his face.
Right.
The end is coming!
That way it stops him from using his weapon.
Yep.
Now this will stop him from playing Rag. It'll stop him from playing Growmat. Yeah. Though he could still Growmash and play Whirlwind and completely just wreck us. Which...
The only
Oh, what did he do?
good thing about it is that he's gonna waste. So his finishing potential is the axe and what?
I don't know. Why did he do that?
He thought it was ice block and he wanted to proc it.
Okay.
So I don't think we can die next turn.
Alright, so...
And I think he has Alexstrasza.
No, he already played Alexstrasza.
Oh yeah, right, on us.
Right.
So...
Part of me feels like we have to put this out there and ping it.
You're hoping for a Frostbolt if you do that.
Right. Which is what we need to win.
The other play is to actually play Thalnos to actually draw a card, do 7-8 to his face with a fireball.
You know what? I like 8 damage to his face a lot better. Now he has to kill that because...
Yeah, he can't really leave it.
Exactly. But he's looking at and seeing how close to death we are. Shield block.
Armor made to fit.
Slam.
Damn it.
So we get on that top deck. Okay.
Now we ping the Acolyte.
Let the pain speak to me.
Well, here I think we're in a bad situation because most likely we've only seen one Taskmaster, and I guarantee he's got to have the other one.
I would basically freeze the board
Well, either way we
Just-
lose then.
I wonder.
and
Well, no, we could freeze the board and then double Ice Lance his face.
yeah, even it doesn't really matter if we do 1 Icelands or 2, because with Frostball we're gonna get the same damage output in the end.
Right.
So yeah, do double.
Now watch, here comes the King of Swing, Ragnaros, just to ruin my day.
The only problem at the moment is that we don't have enough damage on the deck to actually finish him off.
Oh! We can really ruin his day, something fierce. Well, that Frostbolt's gonna be the last card. I think we have to run him into Ysera. Oh, actually, ping him, run him into Ysera.
Yeah, ping the Acolyte, though.
Bring the pain.
No, don't.
Oh,
We got the Ash block, doesn't really matter.
right. Well, I don't think we can actually win this at this point, though, sadly.
No, it's unwinnable. The best thing you can do is basically nothing. Because we're gonna have died fatigue.
Right. And look, the Frostbolt was the last card. It's kind of sad. We were literally able to pull through our entire deck.
Let the pain speak to me.
Yeah, better late than never.
Whew. Well, we can't win this at all. But you know what we can do? Screw your armor! Alright. Well, that was fun. I mean, we faced the same type of deck twice. It's a very hard matchup. We were able to win it the first time, but lost the second time because we had a much smarter control player. So, I mean, this is definitely something that is going to have problems with. And it's good for people to see that.
Yeah. Freeze Mage is basically aiming for classes like Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Handlock matchup is very, let's say, good. It doesn't have any downside to it. It's easily winnable.
Alright.
And the new Death Rattle Summon that people actually used on the NA qualifiers, it doesn't have a downside. It can easily win it unless the person draws Doomhammer on turn 5 and he has the Rock Biters, because the minions and the totems are basically even removable with one Con of Cold.
Right. Alright, so let's get on to the social aspect. If you'd like to follow Expert here, you can check him out on his Twitch TV stream. Unfortunately, he does not have a Twitter yet. Alright. Now, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
More, I want to give a shout out to Thoid and Carles.
Oh, yeah.
We currently have a team together. And to my old teammates, Number Guy, Cypher, and Naria.
Alright, alright. Those are all some really great top quality players there. Alright,
Yeah.
so... Alright, that was a lot of fun. You did really good at coaching that. Especially in a really hard matchup like that, you were able to kind of see where things were going. I wouldn't have actually caught that at all, and I've tried playing Freeze Mage. It's kind of a nightmare for me.
It's actually... Freeze Mage is a nightmare playing on ranked at the moment. It's a more common deck to actually play on a tournament with a ban system.
Oh, yeah.
When you actually know what you're gonna face with and what do you want to counter. Because people in the current tournament format, they're most easily banning the Warlocks. Even if it's Zoo, even if it's Handlock. But with Freeze Mage you can actually bypass that and actually ban something else. And bring a different setup to the whole tournament.
Oh yeah, it really does. It changes a lot of things up. Alright, so this is that fun little part where I get to do my shameless self-promotions. If you like the show, please like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think. If you don't like the show, again, comment, let us know. Maybe we can change it, do some cool stuff. If there's somebody you'd like to see on the show, hey, give me some contact info. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun, man. I had a great time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Alright, alright. Again, this is TheChiv saying bye-bye, everyone. Expert?
Bye-bye from me also.
Alright. Take it easy, everyone.
See ya.